The impact of plastic pollution on oceans and marine life. Today, I'd like to talk about a growing environmental crisis that is affecting our oceans, marine life, and ultimately, all of us: plastic pollution. Plastics have become a part of our daily lives, from packaging and bottles to clothing and electronics. While they have revolutionized industries and modern life, they are also causing irreparable harm to our planet, especially in our oceans. The scale of plastic pollution. Waste first. Let's understand the magnitude of the problem. Every year, over 8 million tons of plastic enter our oceans. That's equivalent to dumping a garbage truck full of plastic into the ocean every minute. This is a huge volume, and it's growing rapidly. In fact, scientists estimate that by 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish by weight. The most common types of plastic found in the ocean are single-use plastics, things like plastic bags, bottles, straws, and food wrappers. These items are used once and then discarded, yet they take hundreds of years to break down. As a result, vast amounts of plastic accumulate in our oceans, where it can be found from the surface all the way down to the deepest parts of the sea. The journey of plastic waste. Plastic waste can enter the ocean in many ways: through rivers, runoff from landfills, or even directly from ships and coastal industries. Once plastics are in the water, they often break down into smaller pieces, called microplastics, tiny plastic fragments that are less than 5 millimeters in size. These microplastics are incredibly difficult to remove and can be ingested by marine life, entering the food chain. Impact on marine life. The effects of plastic pollution on marine life are devastating. Animals, including fish, seabirds, turtles, and whales, often mistake plastic for food. When ingested, plastic can cause blockages in their digestive systems, making it impossible for them to eat or digest
real food. This can lead to malnutrition, starvation, and even death. Sea turtles, for example, are known to eat plastic bags, mistaking them for jellyfish, their natural food. Birds like albatrosses also ingest plastic, which they feed to their chicks, resulting in the deaths of thousands of birds each year. Whales and dolphins can get entangled in larger plastic debris, such as fishing nets or six-pack rings, which can injure or kill them.
Microplastics, on the other hand, being consumed by smaller marine organisms like plankton, which are at the base of the food chain. When these tiny organisms ingest microplastics, they pass them on to the animals that eat them. As these plastics accumulate, they eventually make their way up the food chain, possibly even to humans, as seafood is a major part of diets worldwide. Ecosystem disruption. But the harm doesn't stop at individual animals. Plastic pollution is also disrupting marine ecosystems. Coral reefs, for example, are extremely sensitive to pollution. When plastic debris is caught in coral reefs, it can smother them, blocking the sunlight needed for their survival and causing coral bleaching. Plastics can also carry harmful chemicals and toxins that further pollute the water, harming marine plants, animals, and ecosystems. Human impact. The impact of plastic pollution is not just limited to marine life. As plastics break down into microplastics, they spread throughout the oceans, affecting marine food sources. This is a growing concern for human health, as microplastics have been found in seafood, drinking water, and even in the air we breathe. Studies are still ongoing to determine the long-term health effects of ingesting microplastics, but the potential risks are alarming. Solutions and what we can do. So, what can be done to tackle this crisis? 1. Reduce plastic usage. The most effective way to reduce plastic pollution is by cutting down on plastic production and consumption. This means choosing reusable alternatives to single-use plastics, such as metal or bamboo straws, cloth bags, and refillable water bottles. 2. Recycling. While only a small percentage of plastic is recycled, improving recycling systems and making sure plastics are properly sorted and processed can help keep them out of the oceans. 3. Cleanup initiatives. Several organizations and governments are working on cleaning up plastic debris from the oceans. There are massive efforts underway, such as the Ocean Cleanup Project, which aims to remove large plastic items from the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. 4. Policy and education. Governments and international bodies must implement policies that reduce plastic production, encourage recycling, and hold companies accountable for plastic waste. Public awareness and education campaigns can also drive behavior change and reduce plastic use. 5. Innovative materials. There is ongoing research into biodegradable plastics and alternative materials that won't persist in the environment for centuries. These innovations could provide a key to solving the plastic pollution problem in the future. Conclusion. To wrap up, plastic pollution is one of the most urgent environmental challenges facing our oceans and marine life today. The scale of the issue is massive, and the impacts on ecosystems, wildlife, and even human health are profound. However, through collective action, reducing plastic consumption, improving waste management, and supporting cleanup efforts, we can make a significant difference. It's time to rethink how we use plastic and take responsibility for the waste we produce.